What's going on, YouTube family? Welcome back to another episode of Pips and Points. I'm your host, Jono. I'd like to start by saying a big shout out to all my Piptonites. So I want to say thank you for coming over, hanging with me, watching every video, and giving me the support I need to carry on. I truly appreciate you, and I will continue to go above and beyond to deliver the best technical analysis videos that I can possibly do. I also want to say a big shout out to all the new guys coming over to this video for the very first time. I want to thank you all. I definitely appreciate you for coming over. If you find my content useful in any way, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification so you can become a Piptonite. What that basically means for you is you will see videos that I upload pretty much almost every day, which are time sensitive, and which will obviously help you with your overall technical analysis as you make decisions in regards to how you're going to play the NAS100. So with nothing more to say or to do, as you guys can see, I've changed the color of the chart to red. I believe it works a lot more. I think it's going to pop. Obviously, I took a red yesterday. I got closed out, stop loss triggered, took 2 massive L's, not enough to cripple me by the way, so I'm still active, I can still play my part. This time, I'm just gonna have to be a little bit more sensible and not take risky moves and make sure I listen to my own advice, because my advice makes sense. I just need to listen to it, right? So that's what I need to do. So literally with that covered, we're just gonna get into it. So yesterday, like I said earlier, I took an L. Just gonna go into the chart now to show you where that L happened, and then we're going to swiftly move on from that because I hate talking about my reds, right? So as you can see here, so I'm just going to zoom in, nice little zoom in for you guys to see. We can see, these colors are not too great, but you can just generally see it's wicked all the way through and it stopped me. So this little situation right here, I got stopped out here, boom. So this whole trade is a negative one. So I'm just going to unlock this. So I'm just going to unlock it, bring it all the way in to about here. Bring this down as well. And that was a negative trade. And then we're going to bring this one in as well. Because like I said, I will be showing you the MT5 at some point in the near future once I hit target. And all of these trades, I want you guys to see it so we can timestamp it and go through each one, and we can see where we made profit, where we took L's, right? So now that I've gotten that all covered, we're just going to jump out of this because there's no point hanging around here. It's bad news. I'm not interested in that, and we're going to get onto it because when I take L's, I like to think I learn from them. So this one I've learned from, and I've realized that this overall structure that I drew is flawed. It's not accurate at all. The only thing that is accurate about this structure that I'm drawing, which is this was the area that I was focusing on, but because I was only focusing on this area, I missed the bigger picture. Because had I been aware of the bigger picture, I would have known there was more falling to do. It would just been the most logical thing for it to do. Now the smartest thing I did in this whole thing was this trend line over here. That trend line is super accurate, right? But I could have used it properly and I didn't, and I actually didn't. So I'm just going to color this white, and I'm going to show you what I noticed as I started to analyze my mistake, because that's the one thing you should do when you screw up. Don't get into your feelings, analyze how you screwed up so it reduces the risk of you doing it again. So as you can see, this shape that we got going on right here looks like it's more accurate. Looks like it's more accurate, right? And this little zone that we got right here, let me just zoom in, it's where I should have been cautious. But because I missed the overall structure and I was looking at this on a super small scale, so I was thinking it was gonna get a bounce from this level, well, from yesterday's level, yesterday's level, and bounce all the way back up and shoot to the upside, was flawed. Because although that was the potential of what could have happened, That was not what's going on. What was going on? Why? Because I had this stupid trend line sitting there that was messing with the whole calculation. This one right here is what helped screw up the whole situation on the 15-minute for me to make the bad decisions that I did. Because I was working off this, thinking that this trend line was going to bounce and that I could ignore the confirmation. So not only was this wrong, the price was a little bit high. So I've learned from that now. So we're going to get rid of this trend line because this trend line is irrelevant, right? Also going to get rid of this one because this too is irrelevant. And these are relevant to a degree. So these are relevant. These are relevant to a degree. Actually, no, they are still very relevant. They're still very relevant. As a matter of fact, they are still relevant. So we're going to keep this there. Let me jump into the 4 hourly so we can really clean this up. Alright, so these we don't need anymore. We definitely do not need these anymore. We definitely don't need those anymore. I just want to make sure that this trend makes sense, if it makes sense or not. So we've got that wick through. Let me make this white in color. Yep, this looks about right. Let's make that white also. And let's make this white also. Okay. This is what we've got going on. Let me zoom out. I want to bring this all the way back here. Okay, we're going to take that across so we know where it broke, because that's the area I need to keep an eye on as well, where the structure broke. It's always important to keep an eye on there, because price may actually come back to that level, and that level always seems to just turn into something special later on down the line. So just want to keep an eye on that. Oh yeah, and guys, let me know what you think of the color combination of the red background. Let me know if it's working for you. If it's not, obviously I'll change it back. But this is it definitely is working for me in terms of how I'm looking at it and how my eyes are adjusting to it, because the white was too bright. I didn't want to use a black background because that was too dark. So I think this is working for me. I mean, I kid you not, it actually is working for me. But I just want to make sure that you guys are cool with the whole setup. Okay, so guys, so where do I think price is going to go now? Where do I think price is going to go? So at the moment, as it stands, okay, this level is important. This is the structure where it's at, okay? This is where it bounced off. So as we can see here, it's bounced off this price action level right here, which is more or less a zone. So it's bounced off this price action level right here, right? This is the zone we need to keep an eye out on. And what could end up happening is you could have it go like this, rest about here somewhere, or come even lower to about this level and then go back up, and then might head up to try to create a new all-time high. So this is what I believe is going to happen in regards to the NAS. This is what I believe is going to happen, but this is something that we have to keep an eye out on, because like I say, strange things is happening right now. Strange things is happening right now, and we just need to keep an eye on it to make sure that we make the best possible decisions as we move forward. So with that said, I want to thank you all for taking the time to come over to watch another episode of Pips and Points, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And tomorrow's video, we're actually going to talk about gold and silver, so I'm going to be bringing those two in as well so we can discuss them. But in the meantime, I want to thank you all for coming over to watch another episode of Pips and Points. I appreciate you very, very, very much, and I hope to see you all. Not I hope, I will see you all in the next video, which should be out tomorrow. So guys, have a fantastic evening, stay safe, and this is Jono signing out.